What's good, everybody? It's time for a DL Short. It is election day. Yes, I voted. If you're on my Instagram, you see my big old "I voted" sticker, and just kind of out looking at stuff. On this platform, after the Madison Square Garden event happened with the issue with the Trump rally in particular, Tony Hinchcliffe and his remarks about Puerto Rico, and you had Mark Anthony coming out, Bad Bunny coming out, you had J Lo coming out. I said on one of the, I said either on a DL short or one of these things. I asked out loud. I was thinking out loud. Where's Fat Joe on all this? Is Fat Joe gonna come out? Does he have an opinion? Yo, where's Joey Crack? I'm curious because Fat Joe, he's involved politically. He's doing some stuff in the medical field. He's doing some really good work. He's a good guy. Uh, he doesn't hold his tongue, and above all else, man, he's a proud, American Puerto Rican. Like he's just so proud. He loves his community. He loves the Puerto Rican community, the Latino community. He loves the Black community because he's a hybrid. He's from both. So, and if anyone, if you ever heard, Fat Joe talk about this, you know what I'm talking about. So, came across this. It looks like Fat Joe is doing some campaigning out there in the final stages for the Harris campaign. And I thought something like this might happen. I actually thought it would be maybe on some podcast. Maybe he would just, put some stuff out on Instagram. I didn't think he would be actually on the trail stumping for Kamala Harris. But let's check it out.
About a month ago, broke my heart when I seen them say that my Haitian brothers and sisters eat cats and dogs. Well, where's your pride? If you Latino, you Haitian, you Black, where's your pride? Where's your pride?
I hate when people do that, by the way.
The other day, this was no coincidence. This was on purpose. Now I gotta explain to y'all. I wish these mics were louder. I'm used to rapping, right? But I gotta explain to you. I really want you to feel the moment. I am a sucker for a good laugh. I'm the guy they throw out the movie theater because the movie's too funny and I'm making too much noise. I'm the guy that you can roast me in a comedy club and I will laugh with you all the way out. The other day in Madison Square Garden, that was no joke, ladies and gentlemen. That was no joke. And it was filled with so much hate. Hatred of Jewish people, hatred of Black people, carving watermelons, calling Puerto Rico an island of garbage. My Latinos, where is your pride?
I believe this is going to have an effect. And when you're talking about a race that is this close, razor thin, this is going to have an effect. Now, I talked to my friends out there on both sides of the aisle. I was talking about this election in particular. I said, hey, man, I can't wait until all the results are in. I really want to see what that Puerto Rican vote does or did in Pennsylvania in particular. Michigan and Wisconsin as well, but most of the polls are saying that the Harris campaign has a slight edge there, but there are a lot of, there's like 50,000 plus Puerto Ricans, not just all Latinos, I'm talking just Puerto Ricans, 50,000 plus Puerto Ricans in Michigan that are registered to vote, 60,000 plus Puerto Ricans who are registered to vote in Wisconsin. And then you're talking upwards of 600,000 Puerto Ricans in Pennsylvania that are registered to vote. Depends on what numbers you use, but it's somewhere in between 2 and 500,000. I've seen as high as 630,000 or something like that. Registered Puerto Rican American voters. So a lot of people were saying, hey, man, if that Madison Square Garden thing and those, that the jokes that Tony Hinchcliffe dropped out there we did a show about it. He bombed. It was horrible. It didn't seem like he put a lot of thought into it. Whatever, it bombed. But they are saying if that's what it took to get someone to not vote for Trump and vote for the other side, then they really weren't going to vote for Trump to begin with. And I'm like, all right, you got a point. But here's the thing. With someone like Fat Joe joining the likes of Mark Anthony, Bad Bunny, Ricky Martin, Jennifer Lopez, the reggaeton people, to have someone like Fat Joe come in at this point in the race and actually get on stage and support Kamala Harris like this, I think that can move the needle. You only need about 2%, 3% of the vote. You can get 3% of Puerto Ricans off the couch who weren't going to vote. They were just going to sit this one out. So a lot of people just wanted to sit this one out, man. Again, it's two horrible candidates. Right? So there's a lot of people who wanted to sit this one out. So if you can manage to get, 2%, 5%, 10% of the Puerto Rican vote that wasn't going to get involved, they're already registered. They just wasn't going to take the time to go to the polling place, wait in line and vote. If you can get them to come out and vote because Fat Joe challenged them and asked them, where's your pride? That'll swing the election. And if they, if the Democrats hold the blue wall, in particular Pennsylvania, they hold Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, that's it. They win the race. That's it. All the other 4 states, whatever, it doesn't matter. So I was wondering, like, man, I wonder what Joe Crack is going to do about this. Right? Fat Joe is a proud American, proud Puerto Rican. He's from the hood. He's proud. He did it the right way. He came up and he was able to come away from that life in the streets. He survived the streets and he's able to come up and reach the highest heights and not just take care of him and his family, but take care of his whole crew, everybody. Terror Squad ain't no joke. To create businesses and bring money in and this thing they're working on in the medical field, just trying to have pricing transparency. This is a huge thing for healthcare. And there he is. He's right there. A major rapper, a legendary rapper, a dude who's a legend in the streets, Fat Joe. I'm waiting to see when this election is over. I really want to see the numbers on this one. I really want to see if the Puerto Ricans answered the call and actually came out and voted in strength. And Joe's not just calling on Puerto Ricans and Latinos, he's calling on blacks and just anyone who's struggling. Right. I will definitely link this video in the description below. And there's another video where Joe was on stage at a political conference. It's a hip hop thing now, but I'm going to link that one in the description below as well. It's about 40 minutes. Check it out. So you can see where he's coming from politically. He puts it all out there. He ain't pulling no punches. He's telling the truth, about the situation and how this all works. And I think it's worth the watch, guys. I think it's worth the watch. Make sure you guys get out there and vote. I don't care who you vote for. Just get out there and vote. This is the greatest thing about our country. This is, in my opinion, the greatest thing about being an American, but you have to participate. Don't just let other people decide what happens in your country. Get out there and make your voice heard. All right. So thanks for rocking with me. I'll be on around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be watching the returns come in. We're going to be watching breaking points and talking about what we're talking about, having a good time. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm DL Saint. Peace.